Welcome to the Teenage Mutant Fight Club podcast, the show where every week we kind of take a journey into the world of flash fiction stories, uncovering these wild tales of teen heroes and underdog outcasts, kind of presented with all the, excitement
Yeah,
of a blockbuster action film.
exactly.
So be sure to rate and follow the show for more captivating stories for the Teenage Mutant Fight Club podcast.
More captivating stories. Yeah.
Today, you have brought us two fascinating flash fiction stories, both centered around these resourceful young individuals protecting these extraordinary secrets and legacies.
Right.
We got the Cirque of Secrets and Airship Adventures.
I love that.
And yeah, our mission today is to kind of explore the core of these narratives and
Yeah.
extract the most intriguing aspects of these young protagonists
Yes.
and the worlds that they kind of inhabit.
I'm excited.
We'll look at how they use their unique skills and this element of surprise to navigate, some pretty complex challenges.
That's a great way to put it.
So
Yeah.
let's start by stepping right into the Cirque of Secrets. What immediately struck me was this brilliant central idea, a traveling circus, that's so much more than just sawdust and spectacle.
Well, right away, it's fascinating because it's this hidden world operating in plain sight.
Yeah.
I mean, these young performers aren't just running away to join the circus. They're part of this clandestine sanctuary shielding genuine magical talents from a world that might not understand or appreciate them.
Wow.
And it makes you wonder about the dual lives people might be leading all around us.
Absolutely. And I think the brilliance of this story is how that magic is integrated into their acts.
Yeah.
So you got Maya, for instance. Her illusions aren't just, clever tricks. They're a dance of light and shadow, concealing real magical feats, like making a tiger vanish to distract from other impossible things that are happening.
Yes.
It makes you think about perception,
Yeah.
How often do we just accept what's presented to us at face value?
I mean, that's a really crucial point. I think the audience believes they are witnessing skilled stagecraft, right? And that very belief becomes this powerful form of protection
Right.
for the actual magic that's occurring.
Yeah.
It highlights this fundamental human tendency to accept the readily available explanations even when the unbelievable is happening right in front of them.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder how often we in our own lives might be missing the extraordinary disguised as the ordinary.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And then you have Kai the clown.
Yes.
On the surface, he's all pratfalls and clumsy antics.
Right.
But beneath that veneer, he's secretly manipulating gravity.
Oh, wow.
His tumbles and stumbles are actually perfectly timed levitation. It's as that he's juggling the very laws of gravity.
I love that.
And the audience just laughs.
Of course.
What do you make of that contrast between his outward persona and this inner power?
Well, what's interesting is the deliberate choice of persona. The clown is traditionally this figure of lighthearted entertainment, someone not taken seriously. And this provides an incredible camouflage for wielding a fundamental force of nature.
Right.
It speaks to the idea that power can reside in the most unexpected places and be masked by the mundane.
Yeah.
Maybe his clumsiness makes any accidental displays of his power seem like just part of the act.
Yeah, just a funny ha-ha. Whoops. And then we can't overlook Anya the acrobat.
Of course not.
Her seemingly impossible twists and turns on the tightrope.
Right.
These aren't just feats of incredible agility. She's bending space itself.
I see.
Her manipulation of reality makes these death-defying trapeze swings look like simple hops.
Wow.
The control she possesses is astounding. How does her method of concealment compare to Maya and Kai's?
Anya's approach seems to rely on underestimation.
Okay.
While Maya uses grand illusions to misdirect and Kai uses this deliberately misleading persona,
Yeah.
Anya blends her magic seamlessly
Yeah.
into an already impressive physical feat. So her power is so integrated into her skill, it becomes almost invisible.
Right.
And it suggests that sometimes the most effective way to hide something extraordinary is to make it appear as merely exceptional within a familiar context.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Naturally, this leads us to consider the threat these young individuals face.
Yes.
Their growing fame.
Uh-huh.
As the ringmaster, this sharp, grandmotherly figure warns them, is attracting the wrong kind of attention.
Oh.
There's this man in an expensive suit who sees their magic not as wonder,
Oh, no.
but as a potential resource to be exploited.
Okay.
He views Kai's telekinesis as a military prize,
Huh.
and Anya's abilities as something to be analyzed and weaponized.
Oh, gosh.
What does this external threat tell us about how the world often reacts to the unknown?
Well, this outsider's perspective really contrasts with the sanctuary the circus provides.
Right.
This man in the suit represents this utilitarian and inherently threatening viewpoint,
Uh-huh.
one that seeks to categorize and control anything perceived as powerful or different. And it highlights this recurring tension in narratives,
Right.
the clash between those who cherish the unique and those who seek to dominate or exploit it for their own gain.
So how do Maya, Kai, and Anya react to this looming danger?
Wow.
Maya's anger is palpable. She identifies as a performer,
Yeah.
an artist, and bristles at the idea of being seen as a freak.
Oh,
Her illusions, we're told, even buzz with this defiant energy.
I see.
What does this tell us about the importance of self-identity when facing these external threats?
Well, Maya's reaction really underscores the power of self-definition.
Okay.
Her magic is intrinsically linked to her identity as a performer.
Uh-huh.
The threat to her abilities is also a threat to who she is.
Yeah.
Her anger fuels her resolve to protect that identity and to use her magic on her own terms, not as a tool for others.
Right.
Have you ever felt your identity challenged?
Oh, yeah.
And how did that influence your response?
Yeah, absolutely. And Kai, in his typically mischievous way, suggests they'll just fool anyone who tries to exploit them,
Right.
aligning perfectly with his hidden ability in that clown persona.
Yeah.
It's almost as if his entire life is an exercise in deception.
Well, Kai's approach highlights the strategic advantage of being underestimated.
Yeah.
His playful nature becomes a weapon in itself,
Right.
allowing him to observe and plan without arousing suspicion.
Well-
He understands the power of turning the tables through wit and trickery.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, listener, in what situations in your own life might a bit of playful misdirection be more effective than a direct confrontation?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
And then there's Anya, who believes that being underestimated is their best camouflage.
Oh, interesting.
In contrast to Maya's outward defiance
Ah.
and Kai's playful trickery.
Yeah.
Anya finds strength in appearing less significant than she truly is.
Anya's perspective reveals a different kind of strength, the power of subtlety.
Yeah.
By not drawing attention to her extraordinary abilities, she essentially makes them invisible to those who might seek to control them.
Right.
It raises an interesting question about the nature of power itself.
Mm-hmm.
Is it always about overt displays, or can it also reside in concealment?
And the remaster's philosophy really ties everything together.
Yeah,
She says, the greatest magic isn't always seen, but felt.
I like that.
Their goal isn't to showcase their powers, but to protect them by letting the world focus on the spectacle. It's a fascinating approach to safeguarding the extraordinary.
The ringmaster embodies wisdom born from experience.
Yeah.
He understands that true impact isn't always about grand displays. It's
Yeah.
about the underlying effect, the feeling evoked, and ultimately the preservation of their secret.
Right.
The circus stage in this context transforms into this strategic arena where illusion and reality intertwine for survival.
So in this flash fiction story, their stage becomes a battlefield.
Yes.
Their illusions are camouflaged. These young performers are guardians of a legacy of power and secrecy.
Right.
And their ultimate aim is to convince the world that magic isn't real while secretly wielding it.
That's amazing.
It's a fantastic illustration of hidden strengths and the power of perception.
It truly makes you consider how often hidden capabilities and underestimated individuals might be shaping the world around us in ways we don't even realize. The Cirque of Secrets leaves you pondering the nature of truth and illusion in our own lives.
So now let's shift our journey
Okay.
to Airship Adventures,
Okay.
a flash fiction story that takes us to a completely different era.
All right.
One of burgeoning invention and a hint of political intrigue.
Okay.
Here we meet the children of an aviation pioneer
Right.
who must suddenly step up to defend their father's groundbreaking work and his legacy.
Okay.
I really like this story because it provides this compelling contrast,
Yeah.
moving from the realm of hidden magic
Yeah.
to the dawning age of technology. But you know, that core theme of young individuals safeguarding something extraordinary remains powerfully present.
Very much so.
And in this case, it's their father's innovative contributions to aviation.
Right.
Now, the story throws us right into a tense situation with this appearance of a sleek German airship
Okay.
bearing the Kaiser's insignia.
Oh.
And this single detail immediately suggests espionage
Right.
and raises questions about why a foreign power might be interested in their father's work.
That's right.
What does this introduction tell us about the stakes involved?
Well, the Kaiser's insignia acts as this potent symbol,
Yeah.
instantly injecting this layer of international tension and implying that the father's inventions have implications beyond personal or even national interests.
Wow.
It elevates the stakes from a simple defense of property to something with potentially significant political ramifications.
And the children's immediate response is to take to the skies in their father's prototype airship,
Oh, wow.
the Swiftwing,
Okay.
to defend themselves. This is a bold move, especially considering they're facing a presumably more advanced military airship.
Yeah.
What does this immediate action reveal about their character?
Well, this immediate call to action underscores their bravery
Yeah.
and their deep commitment to their father's legacy.
Yeah.
They don't hesitate to put themselves in harm's way to protect his work,
Right.
demonstrating a strong sense of loyalty and perhaps even a touch of their father's pioneering spirit.
We've got 3 siblings here.
Yeah.
And their initial reactions really paint a picture of their personality.
Oh, absolutely.
So you have Kai, who's bold and decisive, proclaiming, "Born for the skies."
He's ready.
He's clearly the one driving them forward.
Well, Kai embodies that sense of adventure and
Yeah.
perhaps a touch of recklessness that often accompanies groundbreaking innovation.
Right.
His enthusiasm, even in the face of danger,
Yeah.
suggests this deep-seated passion for flight likely inherited from his father.
Anya, on the other hand, is described as determined and resourceful. Her first thought isn't just escape, but to creatively utilize their father's inventions against their pursuers.
Oh, wow.
And she says, "Those blithering idiots,"
Okay.
revealing a fiery spirit and a confidence in their ability to outsmart the enemy.
All right.
What does her resourcefulness suggest about her role in the family?
Anya's quick thinking and practical approach highlight a sharp intellect
Yeah.
and an ability to apply their father's work in unexpected ways. She seems to be the problem solver,
Yeah.
the one who can transform theoretical inventions into practical tools for defense.
And then there's Ben, the more cautious of the 3. He voices the very valid concerns that the Swiftwing is barely tested
Right.
and that none of them are proper pilots.
Right.
He's clearly more aware of the potential dangers. Why is it important to have a character like Ben in this dynamic?
Well, Ben provides this necessary grounding element.
Okay.
His caution highlights the inherent risks involved in their situation
Right.
and prevents their actions from appearing purely impulsive. He represents the voice of reason, reminding both his siblings and us, the listeners, of the very real dangers they face.
Yeah.
It creates a more believable and relatable dynamic.
So it's Anya's ingenuity that gives them their first advantage.
Okay.
Remembering a failed smoke bomb experiment, she weaponizes it into a cloud of itching powder.
What?
A non-lethal, but certainly effective way to disrupt their pursuers.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's thinking on your feet.
This is a fantastic example of resourcefulness in action.
Yeah.
Turning a failure into a strategic advantage showcases their ability to think outside the box.
Yeah.
And to use whatever is available to them in creative ways. It's a reminder that innovation often involves unexpected applications of existing ideas.
And then we have Ben's surprising moment of brilliance.
Okay.
Inspired by watching a sparrow, he manages to skillfully evade the enemy airship's grappling hooks.
Wow.
It's this lovely detail showing how even most casual observation can spark crucial skills.
Well, Ben's unexpected piloting talent underscores the idea that capabilities can emerge in moments of crisis.
Yeah.
His inspiration from nature connects to the fundamental principles of flight that their father was likely studying. It suggests that sometimes the most profound insights come from the simplest observations.
Yeah.
Have you ever found inspiration in the natural world?
Oh, yeah. Tons of times.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And Kai's strategy shifts.
Okay.
Realizing they can't directly combat the German airship, he uses the Swiftwing's superior maneuverability to engage in an aerial game of tag,
Oh, wow.
outwitting their larger opponent.
So smart.
It's a clever use of their prototype strength.
This demonstrates tactical intelligence, recognizing their limitations and leveraging their unique advantages instead of a direct confrontation, which they would likely lose.
Yeah.
They use agility and speed to frustrate and evade their pursuers.
Right.
It's this classic David versus Goliath scenario played out in the skies.
And then comes another one of their father's eccentric inventions,
Okay.
a sonic disruptor.
What?
They deploy it to shatter the enemy airship's communication array,
Wow.
sowing chaos and confusion on board.
Oh my gosh.
It seems their father was quite the inventor of unconventional gadgets.
The sonic disruptor adds another layer of ingenuity to their defense. It's not a destructive weapon, but one that targets the enemy's ability to coordinate, effectively neutralizing their advantage in numbers and technology.
Right.
It highlights the power of asymmetric tactics.
This disorientation proves crucial, allowing the Swiftwing to escape into the clouds,
Right.
leading the German airship to believe they've fled.
I see.
It's a successful escape based not on brute force, but on outsmarting their adversary.
Well, their escape underscores the effectiveness of using ingenuity and unconventional tools to overcome a seemingly superior opponent.
Yeah.
It's a testament to the power of quick thinking and leveraging every available resource, even the seemingly outlandish.
And the children's reactions upon landing are telling.
Yeah.
Kai has a shaky but relieved grin.
Okay.
Anya feels pride in proving their loyalty through action. And Ben, now brimming with confidence, is already thinking of future modifications.
I love that.
Including this rather amusing idea involving pigeons in the enemy's engine.
I'm intrigued.
What do these reactions tell us about their individual journeys during this adventure?
Well, these reactions showcase their individual growth. Kai's release suggests the immense pressure they were under. Anya's pride reflects her successful application of her intellect and her commitment to her family. And Ben's newfound confidence and inventive ideas indicate a significant shift in his self-perception. Facing this challenge has unlocked this hidden potential within each of them.
And the story emphasizes that their victory isn't about seeking fame or recognition. It's about protecting their home and their father's legacy of brilliance, symbolized by, their workshop filled with blueprints. Their motivations are deeply personal.
Their motivations resonate with a strong sense of family and the importance of preserving creative and intellectual heritage. It highlights that true rewards often lie in the act of protection and the upholding of one's values rather than external validation.
And they are, as the story says, heirs to a legacy of daring and innovation. Their unplanned first flight taking place in the dawning age of flight. It's a powerful way to conclude their adventure, placing them at the cusp of a new era.
The dawning age of flight provides this compelling backdrop, emphasizing the pioneering spirit of their father. And now, by extension themselves, they are not just defending the past. They are actively contributing to the future of aviation through their courage and ingenuity.
So in both of these journeys, you've encountered these young individuals thrust into these extraordinary circumstances, relying on their wits, unique skills, and a healthy dose of deception to protect something so incredibly valuable. A hidden world of magic in one flash fiction story, and a family's innovative legacy in the other.
What truly stands out is how these young protagonists master the element of surprise, consistently turning expectations on their head. The circus performers use the illusion of entertainment to mask genuine magic. While the inventor's children transform a prototype airship and quirky inventions into surprisingly effective tools of defense.
Now consider this, listener. In a world that often seems to value overt displays of power and conventional approaches, what is the real strength in subtlety, misdirection, and leveraging what others might underestimate? Perhaps the most potent abilities are those that remain unseen until the precise moment they are needed.
That's a great point.
What hidden talents or underestimated resources might you possess in your own life that could be brought to bear in unexpected ways?
This brings us to this crucial insight. Both these stories underscore the power of looking beyond the surface. Whether it's the seemingly ordinary circus acts or the untested prototype airship true potential, often lies hidden. It makes you wonder how many opportunities or strengths we might overlook simply because they don't fit our preconceived notions of what power or ability should look like.
Thank you for joining us on this journey into these captivating flash fiction stories.
It was fun.
On the Teenage Mutant Fighting Club podcast. Be sure to rate and follow for more thrilling tales of teen heroes and underdog outcasts.
Please do.
We'll see you next time.